Hello, this video is for mature students looking for a career in midwifery. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I am a mother of 3 and a Cambridge graduate who is currently looking to go back and retrain to be a midwife for the academic year of 2021. In this video, I will take you through the steps I took to begin my journey to becoming a student midwife as a mature student. So if you're anything like me, you've probably been out of education for a while, maybe have been in a career for a while, maybe have had time out to have a family and stay at home and raise that family. You might be thinking going back and starting from scratch could be quite daunting. There are so many things to consider. Can you afford it? Do you have the right qualifications in order to even get onto a course that you want to get onto? But luckily there are loads of options to get into midwifery. So a little bit about myself. I am a mother of 3. I graduated from university back in 2008 and almost immediately became a mother, and I've been a stay-at-home mother ever since. My 3rd baby has just gone off to school this year, and so now was the time I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to actually decide what I'm going to do with my life. Now, I decided a long time ago that I would love to be a midwife. It didn't feel maybe practical or that the timing was right, but we're now finally there. And I think for everyone, it really just depends how things work out for you and what your timing is like. But whatever stage you're at, whether or not you've just had babies and you want to go back, or all your children are in school and you want to go back, this video will hopefully give you some important information to help you start that journey. So when I started, I just Googled, how do you become a midwife? Very basic. And luckily found the NHS website, which has a wonderful page, which I will link down below. And it shows you the requirements, what you need. You need a Nursing Midwifery Council approved degree. So wherever you look for whatever training you want, you need to make sure that it's actually going to leave you at the end of the day with the qualification that you need. You're not going to have to then go and do something else. And the best place to find stuff like that is on UCAS's website. And from there you're thinking, okay, well, I go and do a degree, fine. What do I need? Do I need certain qualifications in order to do that? And the answer is yes. You need to have, on average, obviously each university is very different, and it's really important that you check with each specific institution. But the basic general consensus is you need to have at least 5 GCSEs, C and above, or level 4 and above, and ideally they need to be in maths, science and English. And then you ideally want to have some A-levels or an access course. Some universities have preferred A-levels, so it's definitely worth checking out with each specific institution. Some like sciences, others aren't as fussed. An access course is a 1-year course that you can do either in a college, or there are some online institutions that do it, where you will basically get the qualification that you need to then go on and apply for a midwifery or nursing degree. They do cost money, so it is important to check with each place how much it costs. And then there are certain institutions where you can get a 19+ advanced learners loan. So definitely check that out. Again, the information will be linked down below. And for a lot of people in that circumstance, if you do your access course and then you go on to subsequently finish a degree in nursing or midwifery, that first loan will be written off. So it won't cost anything in the end. Okay, so you've now seen what the entry requirements are to get onto your course, and you've got them, or you know how you're going to get them. I think the next thing you need to check is, can I afford this? As a mature student, you'll probably have responsibilities that other students might not have. Maybe childcare, maybe a mortgage, any number of things that a young child coming out of university might not have to consider. So I think it's really important that you go through and budget and see, actually, can you make this work? The good thing about a midwifery degree or a nursing degree is that you can get a second tuition fee loan for that. So even though I did a degree back in 2008, I can still get a tuition fee loan for this, independent of that. A lot of second degrees you can't get funding for. So this is really great that that option is there, because obviously tuition fees are now a lot more than they were the first time that I went. There is also the NHS Learner Support Fund, which is a £5,000 a year grant for any person going on to a nursing or midwifery degree. And then if you're a parent, there's an extra £2,000 per year. So it's definitely good to go and check out down below just to see what funding you could have access to, and whether or not, based on your commitments, financial commitments with a mortgage or childcare, whether or not that would be an option for you. We're in the lucky position that locally we have childcare options that this funding will cover. So that makes a really big difference to the decision of whether or not I could afford, or our family could afford, for me to do this. So then I would also say just go and double check on the government student loan website to check eligibility. There is a lovely page, you just go and you check, and it will let you know whether or not you're actually entitled to or eligible for student loans and student finance, and what you can receive. Okay, so you now know you have the entry requirements, you know that you can afford to do this. What now? Well, next I would recommend going onto UCAS's website and having a search for all of the institutions that provide the degree that you're looking for. So obviously in this case we're looking for midwifery. So on the website you type in midwifery, you then click through, there will be a section for undergraduate, postgraduate, you click on the undergraduate, and then you type in midwifery again. And that will bring up all the institutions within the UK that you could study for a degree in midwifery. At this point, it's really important to go through and check how each university sets up their course, how they provide that service. You can do block placements or integrated placements. That's a really big one for midwifery. So I think it's definitely important to know what you would prefer, and that the institutions that you're applying to provide the one that you would prefer, I think is a big one. Obviously it's not the be all end all, but I think for a lot of people that's an important one. And then if you, like me, are sort of limited by the geography, in that, you know, we live here, my children go to school around here, we're not picking up and moving to another part of the country to go and for me to go and study. So I think it's important at this point for you to be able to search by location. So UCAS has a wonderful function on it where if you go into the advanced settings, you can then type in your postcode and it will come up with the institutions that are closest to you. I think for mature students is maybe a bit of a bigger issue for us, that there might only be one or two institutions nearby. You might not have the choice that other people have, and that can be slightly more limiting. But I think once you see what your options are, it's important to go through to each individual website for that university and properly have a look at all the requirements, all of the expectations, and then what that university is like. What is the campus like? What is the teaching style like? How is that degree taught in that setting? And then if you can, there are virtual open days. At the moment, we're in the COVID-19 pandemic. All interviews are being carried out on the internet at the moment. So, and open days, a lot of the open days have been virtual. So either you can do things like that, go on, have a look at a virtual open day, or if you can, I mean, we're currently in lockdown, so we can't, but if you can, you could go and view the campuses themselves, talk to some students. Those are all really important things to do also. And one final thing that I would say, if you are limited by location, I think it's really important that when you're doing your research, you find something that you really love about that institution, whether or not it's the setting, whether or not it's how the course is delivered, whether or not it's a wonderful mid-soc or societies that you want to be a part of, or the extracurriculars that they provide. definitely find something that you get excited about and really want, because that will really come in handy when it's time to write your personal statement. If a university sees that they are your only option, they might fear that you've only chosen them because it's the closest place to you. So if you can add in your personal statement a little bit about why you love that institution, that is also going to help to boost your personal statement later down the line when you come to apply. Okay, so you know what degree you want to do, you know how to do it, you've got the entry requirements, you can fund it, you've checked out the universities, you know where you want to apply. What now? Well, now is the actual UCAS process. This is actually a slightly more complicated issue than some of the other bits that we've discussed. So I'm going to make a whole separate video on the UCAS application process. That will include personal statements, referencing, how to put in all your qualifications, and the importance on getting the certificates for the different qualifications that you have, because a lot of universities down the line might request them. So in the next video, I'm going to cover the UCAS application process. So if that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe and you'll be notified when that goes up. If you liked this video and you found the information helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment if there's anything you wanted to know that I didn't cover, or if you've had a different experience, or if I've missed out some really vital information, please let me know down below. And let me know also, like, where are you? Are you somebody who is sat at home with a baby on their lap thinking one day I want to be a midwife and I don't even know where to begin? Or are you somebody who is in the process of applying right now and you've got interviews coming up? Wherever you are, let me know, because I would love to follow your journey. And I hope that you would enjoy to follow mine. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.